Day challenge. This is day 3. I had to go out yesterday. My husband said try to find a new little rubber thing for your arm stretching exercise piece of equipment. I don't know what they're called. Anyways, this little thing that I broke that I tied, he said go to Walmart, get some of that rubber that they use for slingshots. That'll work. Well, the rubber for the slingshot costs more than a whole new arm stretching thing. It was $12, and it was a fitness on the go kind of a little bag, and it had this thing for my arms, so thing to strengthen up my hands. I can open my canning jars again without having to ask Eric for help. It came with this little thing here that hooks around a doorknob and hooks onto another one of those little straps, rubber things. It hooks on my ankle, so I could pull my foot away from the door and strengthen my legs and my ankles, which will be good because maybe next year I'll be able to go skating in the park across the road on that wonderful ice rink they have there. And let me see, what else did it come with? Oh, a skipping rope. Now, I don't have room in here to do this because it's a little tiny office, and when it's finished, it'll have a desk, and it'll have a computer, and all that kind of stuff. So when the summer comes, if I do my workout outside, I'll be able to skip. And my friend, Tony, she's a wonderful girl, every time she visits in the whole, almost 30 years that I've known her, she always brings a gift. I never met anybody like her. So anyway, she decided to give me this huge, well, it was little when she gave it to me. It was in a little plastic bag, and I had to pump it up, build up my arms. But anyway, she gave me this ball, and it's for bouncing, I would bounce on it. It's for sitting on and like doing all kinds of stuff. She said use it at your desk when you work on your computer, and it will help you build up all kinds of muscles that you normally wouldn't use. Well, while I was at Walmart trying to buy this, my husband's fault, I'll blame him, the little rubber hose thing, they also had on, for clearance exercise equipment, a little thing. You won't be able to see it because my room's so small I can't get my camera to go. Well, actually, there's no light in here, so we're depending on daylight, and because it's really early, there's not much daylight. Anyways, let me go around here and move this. Maybe you'll be able to see it more in my little apparatus here, this equipment that Eric got me. Now, if you look near the floor where that thing is that I do my waist, you see a handle sticking out? Anyways, there's a handle sticking out. And it's supposed to go on the bottom of the door jamb. But see, the problem in this room, the door's open in, so that wouldn't work. Anyways, and the other door goes out into the garage. It's really cold, and it has a magnetic strip on the bottom. And I don't think that I can hook that under that door. I think it's made for bedroom doors where there's a space. But I discovered, woman power, that if I lifted up my exercise machine, the little bar that goes out where the thing rotates, it hooks under there. So I could put my toes under that when I'm bouncing on my bouncy ball and do these stomach sit-up things that I need to do that I hate doing. They always hurt my neck. While I was laying in bed at 5 this morning, 5:30 with my husband's alarm clock goes off, I was thinking about how can I get a routine down that I don't miss a step, that it's easy for me and all my other Facebook fitness people who are watching faithfully can remember. So I thought of W, wake up. And when I talked to you on the first day, I talked about getting outside and breathing in the fresh air and saying good morning God and good morning world. And so that's waking up. And I have to put my dogs out in the morning. So it's a wake up time for me. And usually I'm in my slippies and my jammies and the sweater or my house coat. The next W was wash up. Yesterday, I took you briefly through a shortened, because I had to cut out some of it, washing ritual I do in the morning that helps me just to get my skin tingling alive and look my face over to make sure I'm still there. That's me, God. Thanks. Give me another day. And the next one was workout. And here's my workout. And I'm already puffing. It's hard to work out and talk. And then it was wholesome, which is a W word, right? Wholesome beverage. After you work out, it's really important to get a little bit of nutrient back in you, because if you work out really vigorously, you get a good sweat, your heart is pumping, your organs are all coming alive and waking up, and you need to nourish them. I took a fast a couple years ago. I went away for 10 weeks, and I did 3 cleansing fasts through the spring and summer and fall, late spring, early summer, midsummer, late fall. And it was mentioned in that course that I took, it's really important to drink warm, fresh squeezed lemon right after you wake up, or other citrus. It's good liver cleanse, kidney cleanse. So wholesome beverage is really important. And yesterday I talked about fruit smoothies and how I like to have seed-bearing fruits, like the scripture talks about. And I like to do 3 or 4. And the food guide says try to have 5 a day. I'm not a fruit snacker usually, so I have my fruit smoothie just before I have my last W, which is worship. So it's a wake up, wash up, workout, and wholesome beverage and worship. And there's your 5 W's to help you remember your morning routine. I ran across a friend of mine. Her name is Darla. And Darla has this gorgeous blonde, but she's lost so much weight that she's half her size, I think. She lost a lot of weight. And she always looked fabulous, but it was noticeable that she lost weight. And I always ask, because sometimes people have lost weight because they're working hard on a 100-day challenge, or they're dieting, but sometimes people lose weight when they're ill, or they have a loss, a weird grieving, the loss of a loved one. Sometimes they gain weight when they're grieving through the loss of a loved one. But anyway, she had lost significant weight, and I asked her, what is it you've lost weight? And she said yes. She stopped eating dairy products. She stopped eating fruit. She stopped eating potatoes. I guess and all sugar. So I was amazed. And that works for a lot of people. You know, I got a lot of cookbooks. I love to cook. Eric and I are a good match. He's all about fitness, and I'm all about food. I love to cook, and I love to research, and to me, cooking is like chemistry. I like to make my own recipes. And so when the Bible says that we should eat seed-bearing fruit and green leafy things, and God the Creator made us, you know, He's the person who invented us or made us, and the manufacturer of the product should know how to fuel it, I figure. So I like to try to eat green leafy things and fruit. I don't naturally attract to those. I'm a meat eater, carnivorous kind of person. I love a steak on the barbecue or a salmon on the barbecue. Eric's more of the vegetarian type. Goes with fitness, I guess. Anyways, he can live on vegetables, but he'll eat meat. I can live on meat, but I'll eat vegetables and fruit. But this works for my friend, obviously. It probably works for a lot of people. But for my blood type, I need my fruit, I need my green leafy things, and I need my meat. And that's why my fruit smoothies are part of my workout program here. I have a really good friend. Her name is Cody, and I've told you about her before. I might have mentioned it yesterday. I did, but I had to do so much editing. I don't know if you have that part in yesterday's video. She gave me this wonderful big round little ball for me to use in my workouts. And to do this, so I have no idea to do this part here. Anyways, she gave me this big round yellow ball. here. And that little hook I showed you earlier that I added to my workout equipment here is heavy because I can hook my ankles under it when I sit on this ball. Now you see the back of me here. I hook my toes, my ankles, my toes. And I can do these stomach crunches that I hate doing. I need to bolt my equipment to the floor here. Anyway, this is something that I have an aversion for because I always do it wrong. Apparently I'm supposed to pull my tummy up with my pelvic muscles. But when you're a grandmother, every other muscle tries to help because the pelvics aren't that strong sometimes, especially when you've had a lot of children like I have. So I need help of this little toe thing here so that I don't get my neck in on this. Because if I get my neck in on it, I'll get a headache or a sore stiff neck. And I only do about 10 of these to start. And I hope you're counting because I wasn't. Let's say 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. And I didn't fall on my head. I used to get up and exercise with my other daughter, who's a teacher, a high school teacher. Last time, I don't know, I think it got cut out because it turned me off. I was telling you about my daughters. My oldest 2 daughters have their own business. And in spite of a market that's saturated in the type of business they have, the dog groomers, people drive an hour to have them groom their dogs because they're very good at it. And I really am not good at dog grooming. My dog is so patient, she lets me hack away at her. But I had to take the Shih Tzu to them because I may be repeating myself. I don't know what got cut out. But anyways, my Shih Tzu's Miss Wiggles, and I can't cut her, so they do. Anyways, my oldest daughters both have this business together, and my next oldest daughter, I'm guessing would be Jennifer, and she's always in retail, and she's beautiful. And she works in the types of retail where beauty is important, so it works for her. And my next daughter is my university girl, and she's done really well for herself, and she's a high school teacher, and she's in the creative field. And her mate says that she's got a following now of people who come in because she's a really good counselor, I guess, apparently. And then I have a daughter who's in management. She manages a popular franchise, and she's got amazing children. And Serena and her son Caleb are both brilliant. Caleb was reading before he started school, and Serena's just an amazing dancer and had a competition yesterday, which I was praying about. And then we have Heidi, and she's a library teacher. And I think Heidi's next. Let me think, yeah. Shane, Shauna, Heidi, John, who's a gospel preacher and is doing an amazing job in a church up in Peterborough, and there's a Bible college there. And he told me the other day that he's got a lot of the young people that he mentors interested in pursuing a career and sharing the gospel. It's so awesome. And my youngest works in law, and she's like Eric. She's a fitness freak, like really a fitness freak. And if you're watching, just excuse the word freak, but I always worked out. Like, I'm not like Eric, but I always went to a gym and stuff like that when I was younger. But then we moved to the country, and I just seemed to get out of it. And Eric would phone and say, you could go out and walk 10 kilometers while you're out there. And like, I had reward. If I'm going to walk 10 kilometers, it has to be to a coffee shop. And when you live in the Goonies, there's no coffee shops. There is now. We moved. That's not fair. But anyway, she runs, I think she said 40K every morning. And then after she's walked her dogs, and then she goes to the Y and she swims 10 laps in the pool or more. She goes out every night and does like gymnastics and volleyball and karate. Maybe she's black belt by now. She's a powerful little thing. You wouldn't want to get in a fight with her, I'll tell you. So anyways, they're all like great bunch of kids. God has really blessed me with my children. And then I have 13 awesome grandchildren that are to die for. Well, no, Jesus died for them. I don't want people dying for them. Well, maybe if they're saving them out of the house fire or something.